Austin Smaley, Daxton Carr, Robert Ford III, and Braden Parker, and we are underway. Lumberjacks with the ball. Jalen Cone doesn't waste any time making his presence known with the jump shot in the corner.
And that's a good sign if you're a Jacks fan. Get your star player an easy one early, right at his sweet spot in the elbow. Happy to see that.
Carr with the ball for Idaho State. Up top to Parker. Down low on Parker, trying to work the post. Puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Carson Tout. Here comes the Lumberjacks. Up 2-0 here early.
And although he missed that shot, I like what the Bengals decided to do on their first possession. Go inside, go into the big fella. Try to get something easy inside and establish that inside game early.
Stark with the ball for the Lumberjacks. Cone hands it off to Maines. Stark. Cone for three. Off the back iron. Offensive rebound and put back there for Carson Tout.
All the attention was on Cone. Braden Parker kind of left his post to contest that shot, and it gave an easy putback for two for the Jacks.
Cool drive to the left hand, swatted away by the Jacks, but Smaley gets the rebound in the corner for three. Yes, Bengals are on the board.
And did they call that a two? They might have called that a two-pointer with his foot on the line.
Good catch.
But not a bad assist from the side of the backboard. Lumberjacks running that floppy offense. Tarek Cool, middle on ball.
Cone with another three.
Excuse me, Cone.
Rebound finally corralled by Cool. Trying to push it. It's a 1-on-3. Off the glass and in. Tarek Cool. We're tied at 4.
How pretty was that? A little stop and go, slow motion, Euro. That was real pretty from Tarek Cool. And we're knotted up at 4.
Maines at the ball, top of the key, looking for Stark. They're swinging around, back to their star, Jalen Cone. Down low to Tout. He'll take a long two, and he swishes it.
I don't know if that's he's known for hitting that shot, but that looked real pretty. Didn't even touch the rim.
Carson Tout, a transfer from Cal Baptist for the Lumberjacks.
And Tout has a nose for the ball, leads the team in rebounding, and top in the league in rebounding, averaging 9 a game, and there's one.
He's going to bring the ball up as well off the Braden Parker miss. Flips it around to Maines. Top of the key again for Tout. Looking for some help, hands it off to Stark. Down to Cone. Deflected by Ford, but picked up by the Lumberjacks. In on the shot clock. Nice pump fake. Nowhere to go, though. Stolen by the Bengals. Fast break opportunity. Cool with the lay-in.
That's exactly what you want to see with the Bengals. Get this score account opened early, especially with number 2, Tarek Cool. 2 easy layups, and he's opened his scoring count with 4 points early. Good signs for the Bengals.
Deflected away momentarily by Carr, but able to pick it back up is Ezekiel Richards. Tout with the ball now. Hands it off to Maines. He'll take a long two. He gets it to go down. Shots falling for both teams here early.
Yeah, no issues with scoring so far, and that's what we want to see. That's what the home crowd came to see.
Carr flips it over to Ford. Parker, he'll take a three. The big man, no good though. Rebounded by the Lumberjacks. Cone bringing it the other way.
Yeah, he's 0 for 3 to start the game. Parker is, and he tried 2 from inside and then 1 from outside. He's got to figure out how to put that thing in the hole.
Tout, a strong move to get around a couple of Bengals for the easy lay-in.
Yeah, not a lot of resistance there from Carr. Carr's got to hold his ground a little bit better. 6 points on 3 of 3 shooting and 3 rebounds to go along with it.
Cool with the ball for Idaho State. Puts it out to Smaley. Malik Porter in the game for the first time tonight for Idaho State. Cool drives, runs into some traffic, but Ford's able to pick it up. He puts it up with 3 on the shot clock and gets it to go down.
And that's just great shot clock awareness by number 20 for the Bengals to get that ball and put it up, and it looked pretty. It had no chance of missing.
Cone with the ball for the Lumberjacks. Driving in is Isaiah Lewis. He's in the game for the first time. Can't get it to go. Rebound knocked around and finally brought down by Cool for Idaho State. Zach Vicentin into the game now for Idaho State as well. Bengals look down to Malik Porter. Down on the block. He puts it up, no good. Rebound brought down by Cone, and there's going to be a foul, I think, called against Porter.
Probably a frustration foul. He probably should have put that one in. He got to his spot, worked his way in deep. Porter did, and got to his right hook. He just overcooked it, unfortunate, and then that frustration got to him, and he reached in and got called for that one.
Cone with the ball. Into the game now for the Lumberjacks is John Aguic. Aguic with the ball, drives, goes behind the back, baseline jumper, in and out, no good. Porter rips down the rebound.
Aguic, he looks pretty smooth with his handles, being a 6'8" guard slash forward maybe.
6'8", 190 pounds.
Soaking wet, that is. But handles look good there. Just overcooked the shot.
A.J. Bergen into the game now for Ford. Robert Ford III will sit down. So on the floor down for the Bengals, we have Bergen, Cool, Daxton Carr, Zach Vicentin, and Malik Porter. For the Lumberjacks, looks like we have Cone, Stark, Aguic, Tout, and Lewis, and we have another foul called here. I think it's going to go against Mason Stark, which will be his first.
Yeah, you can't put two hands on the guy with the ball. You're going to get called for that every single time in NCAA basketball.
10-8 here early on. Just over 13 and a half left to go here in the first quarter. Bergen with a nice move. Cross court to Cool. Cool drives the baseline. Nice feed to Vicentin, who draws the foul. Zach will go to the line.
Great vision by Tarek Cool to find his big man open in the middle of the paint. Big man went up strong to go finish and gets rewarded with 2 free throws.
Foul is called on Cone. That is his second, so he's already got 2 fouls here early on for the Lumberjacks.
Not a good sign if you're a Jacks fan.
Coming in for the Lumberjacks, Carter Mahaney in for Cone, as Cone will take a seat. 2 early fouls here, and free throw coming again for Zach Vicentin.
Little known fact, Zach Vicente is 100% from the free throw line this year. He's 3 for 3 now. Big fella's got a little stroke.
And he ties the game up at 10 as well. Mahaney bringing the ball down for the Lumberjacks, in for Cone, who's got 2 fouls already. Mahaney over to Stark. Down on the elbow. They'll work it around now. Mahaney. Tout over to Stark. Isaiah Lewis. Tout blocked by Vicentin. Rebounded by Cool. Bengals on the run.
Vicentin closed that gap so quickly. It looked like Tout was going to have another open 15-footer, and Vicentin closed the gap and blocked that shot. Now he's looking to go to work inside.
Let's send it back out to Cool, looking to try and get it back. Sets a screen for Cool. Cool drives underneath the basket over to Porter, who has it swatted out of his hand and picked up by the Lumberjacks.
Looked like Porter might have got hit on the arm there, and the refs didn't call it. He's got to play through that.
Lewis with the ball. Lumberjacks working around, nice baseline jumper, or excuse me, drive. Long 3 there, Isaiah Lewis puts the Jacks up by 3.
Yeah, Tarek Cool got caught over helping at the high post, which is not a bad thing. It was his job to help, and his guy hit a 3 in his face, unfortunately.
Lewis with some quick hands to flex it out of bounds, but it will stay with Idaho State. No field goals for the Bengals in the last 2 minutes and 53 seconds. Shooting 4 for 9 so far. Bergen. Cool, drives the baseline, draws 3 Lumberjacks, kicks it out to Daxton Carr for 3. No good, rebound, saved, but right to a Lumberjack by Porter. Now it's the Lumberjacks on the run. Carter Mahaney flips it back out to Stark into the paint. Lewis works it around, now back to Mahaney. Baseline drive here by Stark. No, rebound, then thrown away. Once again, alongside former WAC Player of the Year, Ty Wesley, I'm Dylan Carter. Thanks for joining us tonight. The second Big Sky game of the season for both of these teams. Both of them coming off losses on Thursday. A throwaway there from the Bengals. Cohn back in the game for the Lumberjacks. He has 2 fouls. He picked up it, steal, leading the charge. Nice pump fake there by Nick Maines. He'll take the shot, hits the deck, gets the foul and the bucket.
Yeah, A.J. Bergen got caught out of position to start, and he never could catch up, and that's unfortunate for him to foul the shooter.
That'll set Maines in the line to the chance to complete the 3-point play. Bergen has a seat for Idaho State. Back in Austin Smaley for Idaho State. As Maines, the 6'8" junior from Scottsdale, Arizona, hits the free throw.
They just keep making guards a little taller each year, don't they?
Yeah. Pretty nice handles there from Ford, but Cohn stayed with him. Parker now with the ball, hands it over to Daxton Carr. Parker now trying to post up again. Carr pump fakes, gets it over to Porter. 10 on the shot clock. Ford. Parker, he'll take another 3. That's the same spot he tried earlier in the game, and this one doesn't go down either. Rebounded by Cohn. Jack's on the push. Cohn stops, pops. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Parker.
That was great defense by Robert Ford III to contest that shot as he was falling away. Beautiful defense.
Smaley trying to direct traffic. Gets it over to Ford. Down low to Porter. He's trying to post up. Working on Isaiah Lewis. And they're going to say he traveled.
You know, he had him beat on the first move and decided to look at that counter, take that reverse pivot, and it just didn't work out. If he would have went up on that initial move, I think we had a good look at it. Unfortunate for Porter.
Lumberjacks back with the ball, up by 6 on a 6-0 run. We were tied at 10 a few minutes ago. Maines guarded by Carr. Moves it over to Cohn. Guarded by Ford. Ford picks up the steal. Hands it to Parker, who gives it right back to Ford. Ford leading the charge now here for Idaho State. Back to Parker. Cool. Smaley's going to drive. Kicks it back out to Carr. He'll take the 3. Yes, Daxton Carr for 3.
And when you shoot a 3, that's exactly what you want to do as an offense. Get a paint touch, kick it out, find your shooter. His feet are set. Daxton Carr puts it down for 3. Breaks a scoring drought for the Bengals.
And another whistle here. Looks like this one's going to go against Tarek Cool. That'll be his third team foul.
The refs have been on the hand check early in this game.
Tout's going to check back in for the Lumberjacks. He leads them in scoring and rebounding so far. 6 points, 3 rebounds.
Maines gave him some great minutes, though, as he takes a break.
Cohn guarded by Ford. Over to Lewis. Down low now to Tout. Parker working on him defensively. Tout looking for some help. Shot clock down to 5 in the paint. Nice move. Can't get it to go. Tout at the rebound. His putback's no good. Parker comes down and a couple of players hit the deck. No whistle. We play on. Cool now with it. Looking down low to Carr. Carr on the block. He'll work the post. Back over to Cool. Cross court to Smaley. Smaley's going to drive to his right. Up strong, swatted away and out of bounds by Ezekiel Richards.
Who else, right? Leading shot blocker in the Big Sky Conference. Ezekiel Richards comes over and throws that one out to the second row.
Richards had 5 blocks against the Washington Huskies back in November. Smaley trying to inbound. Carr wide open for 3. He'll take it. Back iron, rebounded by Ford. Ford's averaging 5 rebounds per game. He's actually the Bengals' leading rebounder.
Littlest guy on the team, averaging the most rebounds. Something's wrong with that picture, but I'm not mad about it.
Cools picked up his dribble. Kason Parker, he'll take another 3. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Mahaney. He's going to lead the charge for the Lumberjacks and wait for his mates to join him and set something up. 8.5 to go. 16-13, steal by Cool. Another fast break opportunity, and Tarek puts it down.
Just what the doctor ordered. When you can't put the ball in the hole as a team, get an easy one down the other end, uncontested. Keep the game close, keep the scoreboard ticking over.
3rd steal of the game already for the Bengals. And that cuts the lead down to 1. Mahaney, the ball. Top for Tout. He'll hand it over to Lewis. Stops, pops. Smaley in his face, and that's going to go out of bounds.
At each other, and so far, Tout's been winning that battle. He's got 6 points compared to Parker's goose egg right now. I'd like to see Parker try to get some low position and get an easy bucket for the Bengals.
And a quick whistle here, and looks like it's going to be against the Lumberjacks.
And they got Tout to pushing Parker in the back as Parker tried to seal and get it inside catch. Just what the doctor ordered, just what the announcer ordered.
First foul on Tout. Bengals will inbound with 22 on the shot clocks. Smaley looking for some help and couldn't get it out in time. Turnover on the Bengals.
That play just took too long to get set up. Too long to get your looks going, and Smaley might have been smart to use a timeout on that one.
Cone drives past Ford, picked up by Smaley, puts it out in the corner. Down low now to Tout. Guarded by Parker.
Not looking to score at all is Tout. He needs to at least face the basket and give a little threat of scoring. Here it is. That's better.
And he's going to draw a foul to boot. So he's going to get a couple of free throws as Parker. No, actually, I think they might call that on Porter. I thought it was on Parker at first, but yeah, it is on Porter. That's Malik's 2nd foul.
And there's that matchup again of the 2 big men going at each other.
Tout misses a free throw.
Yeah, Tout not known for being a great free throw shooter. He's 50% on the year.
Another one for Tout. He does get that one to go.
True to his average, 1 for 2.
A little bit of pressure here by Cone. But he picks up the Ford over to Cool. That Ford versus Cone matchup, I think it's going to be kind of fun to watch as this game continues. It's going to be a foul called against the Lumberjacks. I think Winton Brown picked it up, I believe.
Yeah, Brown just got too close. Didn't give enough space for Tarek Cool to make his move, and he got called for that.
Ford, guarded by Cone, over to Cool. Nice move by Cool to get open, but can't get the 3 to fall. Tout grabs the rebound for the Lumberjacks, ahead to Cone.
Pretty left to right cross. It just, and the shot was halfway down for Cool.
Down low to Brown, and he's going to draw the foul. Coach Ryan Looney for Idaho State wanted the travel, but he's not going to get it. It's going to be a foul called against Parker.
Yeah, unfortunately, Daxton Carr tripped and went down, and so they were a man down on the Bengals end and had to scramble, and unfortunately, Parker was too big and moved a little bit and got called for that one.
That's his first. He fouled out the other night against Portland State. Tout, guarded by Carr, looking for some help. Gets it back out to Cone. Back to down to Tout. Works the ball around to Brown, and there's going to be a foul called against, I think, the Lumberjacks. John Aguic got the rebound, but I think he went over the back to get it.
Good extra pass by 22 Brown to get an open shot for his teammate Aguic, but unfortunately it wouldn't go down, and Tarek Cool with a nice box out. Smaller guard on a bigger forward, and he comes up the winner of that one.
15-17 here, 6.5 left to go here in the first half. Low scoring affair between the Lumberjacks and the Bengals. Ford looking to post up momentarily. Smaley's going to keep it, and there's going to get a foul called, offensive foul, I think on Ford.
And that's a tough break for Ford. You know, when the little guys set a screen on the big guys, they usually can get away with murder. As a big guy, I'm not mad about that call. Oh, what do we have here? Did they reverse the call?
They're in the bonus, I think. So
looks like they're coming down to this end, and
did they change the call? I didn't catch. Well, they're gonna. Looks like Ford's getting ready to shoot some free throws. Oh, so the foul was actually against the Lumberjacks, number 20 for them, Nick Maines, not Idaho State's 20. So that's what it was.
Oh, the reaction on the court was it was Ford that got the foul, but now we'll see a replay here. Oh, maybe holding. Maybe Maines got caught holding as the cutter tried to get by Ford's screen.
Well, the referees are looking at whatever the call was. So as of right now, it looks like they have the foul charged to Nick Maines to be his first.
Yeah, I guess you could call two things there. Maines reached out and grabbed the cutter as he tried to get by the screen, or you can call the moving screen on Ford. Let's see. Daxton Carr tries to make a move. Let's see what
the way Maines reacted initially, he seemed to think that the foul was against Ford.
As did every player on the court and the coaches.
So the referees are looking at it right now. Meanwhile, 17-15 is our score. Northern Arizona on top. Tout leads the Lumberjacks with 7 points. Cool leads them with 6 points. Cool, by the way, he needed 4 points coming into this game to get 800 for his career, so he's reached the 800 mark.
And that's an impressive feat, 800 points in your college career. I think they might have looked at it and saw that the foul on Maines was before the moving screen on Ford, and therefore Daxton Carr will go to the line for getting held by Maines.
Bengals are in the bonus, so that's why they've earned the one-on-one here. So Daxton Carr to the line for Idaho State. Carr drops the first one to earn another one.
.55% from the line this year is Daxton Carr.
And he makes them both. The Bengals 4 for 4 from the line so far tonight. So they came into the game as the worst free throw shooting team in the Big Sky, but getting the job done here so far. We're tied at 17.
And I really like what the Bengals did there. On the inbounds, they tried to take away Jalen Cone with Daxton Carr and Tarek Cool and speed up the Lumberjacks, and it looks like so far it's working. We'll see.
Foul called away from the ball, I think, on the 3 attempt from Mason Stark. And it's going to be called against Zach Vicentin of Idaho State.
Zach Vicente has given some great minutes off the bench for the Bengals.
That is Vicentin's first foul. Checking in for the Lumberjacks, Ezekiel Richards is back on the floor as Winton Brown will take a seat. And it's going to be Richards who's going to hand the ball off to Cone on the corner, guarded by Carr. Out to Maines, top of the key, flips it over to Stark. Guarded by Ford, 10 on the shot clock.
Good defense from the Bengals.
Aguic drives the baseline, knocked out of his hands by Cool. Aguic gets it back, 1 on the shot clock, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Wow, Tarek Cool not only moved his feet, but had the quicker hands to knock it out. Great defense. Let's see what they can do with it, with a tie ball game.
Tout back in for Aguic for the Lumberjacks, and Cone's going to take a seat as well as Carter Mahaney comes back in. Ford. Top for Vicentin. Back over to Cool. Trying to use a Vicentin screen. Gets into the paint. Stops. Back to Vicentin. He's going to try and work the post. Nice spin move and layup with that left hand.
The big fella with the fillet, left-handed. Let's go. That was beautiful.
Bengals now have the 19-17 lead.
Vicentin has been a spark off the bench as Parker hasn't played very well tonight.
4 points for Vicentin. Now he's trying to guard Tout. Tout is spin move blocked by Vicentin, blocked again by Vicentin, and he gets the rebound for the Bengals. Zach putting on a defensive display. It's a couple of players are tangled up on the floor early on, and Ford fights through it to get the layup.
Give the big man some love, filling up the stat sheet. Double block, rebound, give him an assist as well. Let's go.
Bengals up by 4. It's their largest lead of the game. Just over 4 to go here in the first half.
Looking to go into Tout.
Cross court looking for Stark. He's going to go into the paint and he's going to draw a foul. He got Cool off his feet.
Yeah, smart play, especially, I don't know if, it looks like they called that on the ground and it's a one-on-one foul.
Yeah, I think it actually charged the foul to Smaley. So that's Smaley's first.
Looks like Stark will go to line for a one-and-one.
The scoreboard says they charged the foul to Smaley. Their live stat says it's Cool, but I think it is Smaley. As Stark hits the free throw.
Yeah, Stark's an 88% free throw shooter on the year, and that one was 88% all net.
He gets another one. And he gets that one to go as well. 21-19, Idaho State on top as we're approaching 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Ford brings it up over to Smaley.
Smaley directing traffic.
Hands it over to Ford. Ford over to Jared Rodriguez, who's in the game for Idaho State. Smalley uses the Rodriguez screen, back out to Ford. Thought about it, but he's going to work around. Samba into the game. He had committed to NAU over Oklahoma State, Indiana, Penn State as he makes the next free throw. Nebraska, Iowa State, Buffalo, all interested in his services, and he chose to go to Flagstaff. Strong candidate, perhaps, for Big Sky Newcomer of the Year.
Yeah, and he's showing it. He's playing like it. He's got to stay out of foul trouble as he already has 2.
Block there from the Lumberjacks. Ezekiel Richards on Vicentin, and another foul on Idaho State, another trip to the line for the Lumberjacks.
Ezekiel Richards making his presence felt. He's that guy that can erase some of your mistakes and be a rim protector for the Jacks, and he's showing you why. He's already got 2 blocks tonight.
Meanwhile, the foul is on Jared Rodriguez for Idaho State, and that's going to send Mason Stark to the line.
Mason Stark is a very good free throw shooter, not the guy you want at the line if you're a Bengals fan.
Makes the first one. Both teams shooting well from the line tonight. Coming in, these were the 2 worst free throw shooting teams in the Big Sky, but doing the work tonight.
Yeah, tie ball game, and if you look at the stats, the Jacks are 0 for their last 7 field goals, but they're keeping points on the board. They're keeping the scoreboard in their favor, or at least tying it up with free throws.
Smaley with the ball for Idaho State. Over to Vicentin. Ford now, directing traffic, goes around a Vicentin screen. He'll take the shot. Back iron, rebounded by Cone. Jacks on the run. Cone flips it over and in for Mason Stark. And a foul as well.
No, they called a flop warning. A flop warning on the Bengals as looked like Ford tried to take a charge, didn't get much contact and still fell over. If they call a second one, it'll be a technical foul, 1 free throw for the Jacks. Beautiful, unselfish play by Jalen Cone there.
That puts the Lumberjacks back up by 2. 25-23, 2:45 left to go. Ford on the baseline, back to Vicentin. Pump fakes a 3, then goes strong to the hoop. Flips it out to Tamba. Pablo Tamba for the corner 3.
Assist, doing everything tonight. Zach Vicentin. Shot fake, put it on the floor. Find your shooter in the corner. Let's go.
Bengals back up by 1. 2:20 left to go here in the first half, and an exciting matchup here between the Lumberjacks and the Bengals.
If you want to earn more time, do what Vicentin's doing. Create for others. Get yourself to the free throw line. Block shots.
Down to Tout, 5 on the shot clock. Tries to cross court it, but it sails well over the head of Nick Maines and into the Bengal bench for the turnover. Vicentin's going to get a well-deserved breather as he checks out. Braden Parker back in for him. Mike Cool's also coming back into the game for Smaley.
And Tout on offense has to, he's thinking pass first every time he catches the ball. I don't know if that's his role or what, but he has to threaten a little bit the shot, the score, and then everything else will open up.
Ford, Carr, Parker, Cool, and Tamba on the floor for Idaho State right now. Parker working the post again. It's been a while since he tried that. This one he gets to go, his first bucket of the night.
Very, very smart play and much needed for Braden Parker. Get to your sweet spot. Get to what you know, what is automatic for you, and that's that right hook in the middle of the paint. Got to it, didn't second guess it, put it up there, and nothing but net. Good to see him get on the board.
Maines with it, has to back it out, guarded by Tamba. Tout somehow tries to get the ball to Ezekiel, but picked up by Parker. Ford for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Stark. Jack's trying to push now.
This place would have erupted if that would have went down.
And a timeout called by head coach Shane Burker of Northern Arizona. 28-25. Here, Idaho State on top with $1:08 left to go here in the first half.
Close game as advertised. We're seeing good things on both ends. And I'm loving the big man matchup that we're seeing between Tout and Parker, Tout and Vicentin. Ezekiel Richards making his presence known on the defensive end. I got to give my big guys love.
They've been doing some impressive things. Tout, he leads NAU with 7 points. As Cool's the team leader for Idaho State with 6 points.
Cool is the team leader with Idaho State, but also who has 6 points is our boy Zach Vicentin. 6 points off the bench.
Yeah, Vicentin's had a pretty good game here so far coming in. Getting a breather right now.
It's nice to have that 1-2 punch. You know, Braden Parker and Vicentin come in. Vicentin needs that break. Parker comes in, hits a nice hook, and now their bigs are going.
1 minute left to go here in the first half. Bengals up by 3. Cone guarded by Ford. Back to Cone, goes to the baseline, flips it over to Tout. Picked up by Carr. 6 on the shot clock, thrown away. Idaho State basketball.
Very, very good defense, team defense played by the Bengals on that possession. I really got to point out Ford. Ford's been a dog guarding the best player on the Jacks, Jalen Cone, and he's done a great job tonight thus far.
All right, Cool will bring the ball down. 45 seconds left to go. Idaho State up by 3. Parker over to Ford, flips it over to Daxton Carr. Guarded by Tout. Parker top of the key. He's going to hand it off to Cool. Loses the ball on the way up. Picked up by Carter Mahaney. Jack's on the move. Over to Maines. Back to Mahaney. Shot clock is off. 23 seconds left to go in the half. NAU can play for the final shot.
Quick hands by Mason Stark on the other end to give his team the last possession of this half.
10 seconds. Mahaney with it. Here comes Tout. Sets the screen. Mahaney goes to his left. Tries to get it in the middle to Tout. Intercepted by the Bengals. Ford with it, and he's going to be fouled. That is his.
Excuse me. They're saying it's a 1-and-1 foul, a foul on the floor, as it's the 9th team free throw.
Okay. And he misses the first of it, and it's
Nick Maines is out there, doesn't look like he's hobbling it at all, and his ankle's doing all right after that ugly crash to end the first half.
Bengals with the ball to start things off, and a quick foul there on Mason Stark, 10 seconds into the half.
Yeah, maybe a little anxiety, a little nerves getting to him as you come out of the second half, come out of the locker rooms.
That's the second foul on Stark. The Bengals will try again here in their first possession of the half. Cool. Puts on the brakes. Nice move to create some space, and he kisses it off the glass for the lay-in.
How cool was that? Little stop, start, pretty off the glass. Defenders went up to block it, but had no chance.
Strong move.
Lewis trying to get it back.
Yeah, kicks it out to Stark. Jackson will work it around, gets it back into Cone, guarded by Ford. Kind of puts Ford on skates, and Ford's going to get called for the foul. Got his leg up there.
That was a good catch by the official. He did put his leg up to slow that reverse dribble, that crossover, slow down Cone. Cone put a nice move on him. Hasn't been able to shake him yet this game.
And Cone finds a path. Jacks catch the Bengals sleeping on the inbound, and an easy lay-in there for Jalen Cone.
Yeah, Ford got overextended trying to deny that ball back to Cone, so he gave him a little back door and got an easy one.
Cool in the paint. Fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Tout. Head to Cone. In the corner now for Lewis. Here's Cone for the three.
And that's too open of a look for Cone, for him to not to knock that down. The Bengals got to know where he is at all times. He's their leading scorer. He's their guy. And for him to have a wide open look on the break like that, that's going there every time.
Parker's going to try and post up Tout here. That jump hook, too strong, and a couple of players hit the floor as their foul is called. I think they're going to call Daxton Carr, Idaho State, for the foul.
I don't mind the move by Braden Parker. I like how he's not second guessing it. He's going to his first move. And he's just got to get that to fall. That's a tough one, a little further out than he'd like to be, as you got to give Tout credit for pushing him out there.
Parker just 1 for 7 tonight. He struggled from the floor. Cone gets the ball, goes around a Tout screen. Back to Tout at the free throw line. He'll bring it back out. Hands it over to Isaiah Lewis. Back down on the block to Tout. Maines for three. In and out. Rebounded by Cool.
Yeah, if you're a Jacks fan, you want to see that ball go back to Cone and have him get a shot up. He's got the hot hand. 5 quick points this half.
Parker down low again, working on Tout, trying to get going, struggling. Gets that push shot to go down.
Give the big man some love. What you love about that move is he didn't settle for that longer jump hook. He got into the body of Tout, got him to where he wanted him, and then finished that shot.
Tarek Cool's going to get called for the foul here, and Cool just put up his hands like, what am I supposed to do? It almost looked like Jalen Cone just straight up dribbled right into Cool when he wasn't looking, and drew the foul.
Yeah, that's a bad deal for Cool, because he has to come out now with 3 fouls.
Pablo Tamba coming in for Cool. 3 team fouls here quickly for Idaho State. 17:30 left to go here in the second half. Maines down low, working on Daxton Carr. He'll take the fadeaway. Short, rebounded by Carr. He flips it over to Ford.
Good one-on-one defense by Daxton Carr there. They were left on an island, him and Maines, and he came up winner of that transaction.
Tamba. Ooh. Back to Smaley. Parker trying to work down low, trying to get open. Ford has it now. Tries to put Cone on skates. Parker with another attempt at a 3. That's his 4th attempt from deep in the game tonight, and he hasn't made any of it.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Looney, I'm trying to discourage that shot for Parker. Go pound a couple dribbles down low in the post, get close to the basket, and try to get another close, easy jump hook.
Bengals by 2. Carr thought about the 3. Instead, he tosses it over to Tamba. Tamba into the paint, flips it out to Parker. Smaley into the paint. Puts it out to Carr. 10 on the shot clock. Ford. He'll take the three. He'll make the three.
It wasn't the prettiest shot. The rotation on that ball looked like it was going left to right, but instead of up and down, but it went in. Good for him.
Cone dribbles it off his foot, and another turnover, and Bengal basketball.
Hits the three and then gets a turnover. Well done, Ford.
A couple substitutions. Carter Mahaney will come in for Jalen Cone for the Lumberjacks. Jackson Carr will have a seat for Idaho State as Malik Porter will check in for Idaho State. Bengals up by 5.
Biggest lead of the game for the Bengals.
Ford working on Mahaney, takes it over to Porter. Zach Vicentin back in for Idaho State as well. He'll get the ball on the low block. Good positioning. Tout has been doing most of his work from the line too, as he misses that second one. 5 of his 7 points have come from the charity stripe. 36-30, Idaho State on top. Just under 16 to go here in the second half over Northern Arizona. Tout working on Vicentin.
Good D. Zach Vicentin used that body to play some defense.
Ford now getting it down low to Malik Porter. Working on Mains. Porter back to Ford. Tries to get it back down to Porter. Deflected away, but picked up by Ford.
Good defense by Mains, reading that inside out, coming back in.
Porter back to Vicentin. 8 on the shot.
Have a look, Vicentin.
A foul away from the ball. I think they might get, I think it's going to be on Isaiah Lewis for NAU.
And if they wouldn't have called that foul, Zach Vicentin, 3-bomb.
So it's the first foul on Lewis, 3rd team foul. So Pablo Tamba, the freshman from Malaga, Spain, will inbound it. Down to Malik Porter.
Porter's got some moves down here. I want to see if he can get close. Good.
Draws the foul, so he'll go to the line. Mains picks it up. That's his 3rd.
Well, they're calling that one on the floor. Looked like he was going up with it, but they're giving him a foul on the floor.
Checking in for the Lumberjacks, Ajan Aguic will come in for Nick Mains. Tamba to inbound, back to Porter, back to Tamba. Tamba loses it momentarily, but is able to pick it back up. Ford now has it on the corner, down to Porter, working on Aguic. Strong move inside, and he gets it to go for his first bucket of the night.
Big, strong move by Porter. He doesn't have the height advantage, but he absolutely has the weight advantage on Aguic, and he took advantage of that.
Mahaney over to Lewis. Goes around the Tout screen. Stops, trying to get around Tamba. Back out to Mahaney. 10 on the shot clock. Mahaney uses the screen by Tout, and there's going to be a foul. Offensive foul. Carter Mahaney gets called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, Mahaney gave him that little push-up to create that separation. The Jacks are on a 4-minute scoring drought, and they got to look to Cone to come down here and get the ball in his hands and make something happen for their team.
Meanwhile, the Bengals are on an 8-0 run. Their 8-point lead is their largest of the night. Tamba drives, kicks it out to Ford, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Tamba. So he tried to kick it out to Ford, but he gets called for the foul instead. That's his first.
And that's an impressive play by their captain, Jalen Cone, to step in, sacrifice your body, and take that charge. Stop this momentum and get the ball in your hands to go down to the other end and hopefully end this scoring drought.
Mason Stark and Ezekiel Richards will check in for the Lumberjacks. Carter Mahaney will have a seat. I didn't see who the other one to come out for NAU was. Oh, it's Aguic. He was getting ready to inbound the ball. Didn't know he was supposed to come out. So he'll have a seat. Tout will inbound it for the Lumberjacks. Cone bringing it up. A 6'6" sophomore guard from Little Elm, Texas. Tout. Hands it off to Stark. Cone, and Ford's going to draw a foul, or is going to be called for the foul. As Cone draws it. And that's going to be the third foul on Ford. He had a little bit of foul trouble the other night against Portland State, and he's going to have to take a seat as Cool comes in for him.
Give Robert Ford III some credit. He has been playing great defense, and he has a tall order in guarding Jalen Cone.
Tout hands it off to Cone. He'll take the three. We're going to call a foul on the shot, so I think he's going to get 3 free throws, and it's going to be Smaley who gets charged for the foul. That will be his first. Cone's going to get to go to the line for 3 free throws.
And those are coach killers. When you foul a three-point shooter, especially when you're on an 8-0 run, you foul the three-point shooter, especially their best player, send him to the line. Coach is going to lose sleep over that one tonight.
Cone ends a near 5-minute drought. Scoring drought for the Lumberjacks. So he makes the first 2. And he has one more coming.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that that Jalen Cone has all the points for the Lumberjacks this half. He came out with 5 quick ones and just added 3 more to his total.
He now has 12 on the night to lead all scorers. And it is a 5-point ball game now. 38-35, Idaho State on top. Cool trying to get rid of Lewis. Lewis staying with him. Partially blocked, I think, by Tout. Rebounded by Tamba. Bengals will get another possession.
Cool is so patient with the ball. He reads his defender, reads what they're giving him. Should have finished that finger roll.
Into the paint. He'll take a shot just outside of the paint for the buckets.
Get to your sweet spot and put it in. Now Schmeley's got the tall order of guarding Jalen Cone.
Cool's in double digits now. He has 10 points to lead Idaho State. It's a 7-point lead for the Bengals. 13 to go here in the second half. Shot by Cone, no good. Tamba with the rebound. Flips it over to Cool.
Seems like the Bengals have really settled down on offense and got to where they want to be. Taking shots at their spots where they want to be instead of letting the defense dictate that.
Cool with a shot, a little bit short. Rebound initially grabbed by Ezekiel Richards, but he gets fouled as he tried to pick it up and run with it.
Looked like that one was on Pablo Tamba.
That is Tamba's foul. Yeah, it reaches in there from behind.
Look at this, the Jacks are in the bonus already. Big 1-and-1 for Ezekiel Richards.
Ezekiel Richards has already played 17 minutes tonight. He came in averaging just 16, but has started the last 2 games. He has been very efficient this season in the short minutes that he's played. Averaging 6.7 points, 3.6 rebounds, 1.6 blocks, all in just about 16 minutes of work.
And his first free throw looks real pretty. Nothing but net.
He'll get another one.
Cut this lead to 5. He puts this in.
He makes them both. 40-35, Idaho State on top. Cool will bring the ball down for Idaho State. 12.5 to go.
Isaiah Lewis putting on the pressure on Cool. Ooh, backdoor.
Nice feed. Parker finds Pablo Tamba for the lay-in.
And that's exactly what this offense needs to get kicked into second and third gears. Easy baskets on that end, even when the defense is set up.
Tamba now getting in the mix defensively, knocks it away from Tout, and now there's a scrum, and it's going to be a jump ball. The possession arrow will favor the Lumberjacks.
Great help defense. And that's exactly what you want to see in the post. When the post man gets it on offense, get one of your paws in there, try to get a hand on the ball. Tamba did that perfectly, and then he sacrificed his body, lay down on the floor.
So Jalen Cone will inbound it for the Lumberjacks.
Looks like Braden Parker's guarding him off the inbounds. Yep, and they'll just switch that out.
Pump fake, and now open for the three is Mason Stark, and he buries it.
And that's the guy you do not want to leave open. He's their shooter.
That's the Lumberjacks' first field goal in nearly 7 minutes. That cuts the lead down to 4.
Which is a crazy thought. 7 minutes without a field goal, and they're only down 4 points.
Cool did a good job of wrangling that pass from Parker to keeping it from going out of bounds. Cool cross court, trying to find Carr. Had to save it, but it goes right to the Lumberjacks. Cone now with it. Tombo stopped him a little bit, but the Jacks still coming in. Nice pass, but Richards wasn't expecting it. A little bit of a scramble now for three. Here's Stark, back iron. Rebounded by Lewis. Another possession for the Lumberjacks. He's working on Parker.
Oh, pulled the chair on him, Parker.
Cool with it.
Oh, he needs to go. Pulls it out, but I felt like they had the numbers, and he let Lewis get back into a guarding position when they had 5-on-4.
Smaley with the ball now.
Looking to post up Tomba on the smaller cone.
There's a mismatch. They go to it. Tomba tries to get it to Cool. Finds Parker, goes in strong, and he hit for his 5th point of the night. And it's a 5-point lead for Idaho State. Stark looking down low for Maines. Guarded by Smaley. Backing him up, nice spin move to get the lay-in.
Yes, Smaley was sitting on the middle side, and so he showed a middle, spun base, and put it up. Beautiful.
Cool with it. Trying to get around the defender, gets into the paint, stops. Parker now, spin move off the glass. Braden Parker starting to pick things up here in the second half.
Looks like he saw Maines do that move to his Preston buddy on this end and repeated that move back on that end. Same move, same result. Beautiful.
Bengals have now made 5 of their last 7 field goal attempts. Down low with it now is Ezekiel Richards, and Ezekiel Richards with the nice shot there.
I'd like to see more of that, Ezekiel. That looked good.
It's his first bucket of the game. Carr thought about the three. Instead, he'll look to give it to Ford. They work it around to Smaley. Parker sets a screen. Smaley kicks it out to Carr. He'll take the three. No good. Rebound brought down by Richards, but fouled from behind by Robert Ford III. And that's going to be Ford's 4th foul.
Say that 3 times fast.
I don't think Coach Ryan Looney ever wants to say that.
Yeah, that is a costly foul from Ford, especially with the defense he's been playing on cone. It's unfortunate. Trying to get his team an extra possession and ends up with a one-way ticket to the bench.
Very similar to what happened the other night here against Portland State. Ford was in foul trouble and just kind of had trouble staying on the floor as long as he needed to. He'll have to have a seat for a little bit as Pablo Tomba comes in for him. Meanwhile, Richards will go to the free throw line. The Lumberjacks are in the bonus, and he makes the first.
His touch looks really, really nice. You know, everything looks pure on his shot. Give it up for the big man. Give the big man some love.
He makes them both. Lumberjacks shooting very well from the free throw line tonight, 15 for 16. That cuts the lead down to 1.
And that hasn't been their calling call all year, as they're second to last in the Big Sky at 68%.
Cool with a strong move, and he draws the fouls. He can't quite get that to drop, but he will get a couple of free throws. Ezekiel Richards is going to be the guilty party on the foul. That is his second.
I know I've given the bigs a lot of love tonight, but Tariq Cool has been so smooth with the basketball, leading the team, being the floor general, getting to the basketball when he needs, pulling up when he needs to. And it's really pretty when he gets to the basket and finishes.
He makes the first free throw. We mentioned the Lumberjacks shooting well from the free throw line tonight. The Bengals haven't been too bad themselves, 9 for 12 now. 75%, but that's far better than what their average has been this season as well.
Dead last in the Big Sky at 65% from the free throw line are the Bengals, but not tonight,
well,
as I jinx him.
He does miss that second one. Bengals do have a 2-point lead, though. Just under 9 to go. Cone bringing the ball down for the Lumberjacks. Hands it off to Stark, guarded by Cool. Looking for Cone, who's coming around, guarded by Smaley. Cone has it, goes around a tout screen. Cone for three, in and out. Rebound, Richards swatted away from behind by Vicentin, but a foul is called. I think they're going to give the foul to Daxton Carr, and they will.
Man, Ezekiel Richards has shown up this second half. He's crashing the boards. He's making his free throws. He's been great for the Jacks. And you see why they put him in the starting lineup.
He's coming off the bench all season, but this week, the last 2 games, he's started as he hits that first free throw.
And I like that 1-2 punch between Richards and Tout as their bigs.
And the 6'10" sophomore hits both free throws, and we're knotted up at 46.
As advertised, Dylan, as advertised, a barn burner in Pocatello.
Last time they played here, it was an 88-87 Lumberjack win in overtime.
Yeah, the Lumberjacks like playing in Pocatello. The last 2 meetings in Pocatello, they've ended up winning.
Vicentin working down low on Richards. Vicentin splits the defenders, blocked, I think, by Richards. Rebounded by Tout. Ahead to Cone.
Yeah, that move was just too slow. And Ezekiel Richards is playing his butt off. Look at him, another rebound, extra possession. Best time to hit a three.
Vicentin gets that rebound for Idaho State as a couple of back-to-back misses for the Lumberjacks. So we're under 8 minutes now, tied at 46 and a foul. And he makes the first one and earns the second.
77% from the line, and he sticks the first one. Nothing but net. And he's had a quiet night tonight. Only 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting from the floor.
Gets himself another point there, and that puts the Bengals up by 2. Mahaney over to Tout. Hands it over to Stark. Gonna drive into the paint. Shakes Tamba, puts him on skates, but sends it out to Mahaney.
Yeah, it was unfortunate he didn't know he shook Tamba, because he could have had an easy 2 points there as Tamba hit the deck.
8 on the shot clock. Tout's going to hand it to Cone. Cone looking for help. 5 on the shot clock. Down low, Tout. 3 on the shot clock. 2, 1. Carr cuts up and blocks the shot as Smaley gets the rebound. Great defensive play there by the Bengals and Carr.
Hey, and that was a great move by Tout to recognize the clog, hit that baseline spin. He got past his own guy, but ran into a wall on the other side of the basket. Great help defense.
He's got a foul away from the ball. Mason Stark is going to get charged for his 3rd foul, 9th team foul. So Smaley will head back to the line as Carter Mahaney will sit down. Nick Main's back in for the Lumberjacks.
And these fouls away from the ball are killing. They have to be killing Coach Shane Burkhardt, sending him to the line without even doing much offense.
Little bit of a break here. Looks like they are attending to Zach Vicentin. Looks like he may be bleeding on his forehead. Looks like they're trying to stop some bleeding. And the referees are going to look at the replay to see what caused the bleeding and if they need to do anything about it.
It looked like it was some friendly fire, to be honest. I think they both went up to block Tout's shot, and Vicentin ran into Daxton Carr as he blocked the shot from Tout.
Meanwhile, as we take a look ahead at what's next for both of these teams as they work on Vicentin and the referees look at the replay. After this game, the Idaho State men are at Cal on December 8th. Next up for Northern Arizona is a trip to South Dakota on December 11th. So a little bit of a taste of Big Sky play here in the first week of December. Then they go back to non-con play for a little bit, and then we'll get back into Big Sky play at the end of the month.
Yeah, and you have to be excited if you're a Big Sky fan. The competition has gone up, and seems to go up every single year.
So they've kind of sorted it out. I'm not sure if they determined if there was anything more. There still looks like they're still trying to work on Vicentin's forehead. It's like he may be getting some stitches. I'm not sure what's like. Looks like they got him stitched up, or at least bandaged up.
There's no stitches being implemented. You just put a little glue on that, tape that thing up, butterfly, and you're good to go. He's a big guy.
He's back in as Smaley takes the second free throw, or the first free throw, excuse me. He makes it to earn a second one.
And Schmaley's making him pay from the line. You know, 2 off-ball fouls. Didn't need to be committed, and now he's making them pay.
Makes them both. He's 4 for 4 from the line. He has 6 points, and it's a 4-point lead for Idaho State, just under 7 to go. Tout will hand it off to Stark. Guarded by Smaley. Cone for 3 from the top. Back iron, chase for the rebound. Cone wins it. He'll take another 3. And he nails this one right in front of his own bench.
Right in front of his own bench and right in the face of Zach Vicentin. As his arms were outstretched in front of Cone, and it was no problem. Put it in. 1-point
ball game. Meanwhile, a bit of a drought for Idaho State. No field goals in the last 3 minutes and 23 seconds. They tried to get it down to Vicentin, and Ezekiel Richards is going to get called for the foul from behind.
And that puts the Bengals in the double bonus. So Zach Vicentin will go to the line shooting 2 free throws, where they've kind of flipped the script on the Jacks. The Jacks were living from the free throw line, and that's how they were keeping this thing close. Now the Bengals have flipped the script, and they're living from the free throw line, keeping their team ahead.
So that's the 3rd foul on Richards. Vicentin makes the first. Malik Porter's going to check in for Daxton Carr for Idaho State. Vicentin's going to get another free throw. Makes them both. Vicentin now with 9 points, 6 of them coming from the line, so he's doing his work.
Some exceptional free throw shooting from the big fellas tonight.
An offensive foul called on Jalen Cone.
And right now, the Jacks need to settle down. They need to get something going offensively, something easy perhaps, and stop fouling on the defensive end. They're really shooting themselves in the foot the last 3 minutes of this competition.
That is 4 fouls on Cone, and he's still in the game with 6 minutes left to go.
He's got the mismatch with Tomba. Tomba's trying to post him up right now, and they're looking to get it in.
Richards kind of lurking to provide some help to kind of deny it. They work about to Porter. 10 on the shot clock for Smaley. He drives. He's going to pop and nails it. Austin Smaley with the jumper from the left elbow.
And Austin Schmaley's got it going now. He sees four free throws in a row go in, finds his sweet spot on the court, that elbow jumper, and that was pure.
Cone, he'll take a 3. Makes the 3. Cone keeping the Jacks in the game. It's down to a 2-point lead.
Defensively, Zach Vicente's got to be higher on that screen. He's got to be at the same level as the screener, which was his man.
Back to Smaley, calling for a screen. Instead, he's going to give it to Tomba. Vicentin looking for help, gives it to Cool. 9 on the shot clock. Porter, he'll take a 3. Short, rebounded by Tout. 5 to go.
And that was short since the second he left his hand. I would like to see Tomba get a touch in the post and go after Cone. He's in foul trouble. He's got 4 fouls. He's got to go after him and make him play defense.
Cone again for another 3 off the top of the key. He's been living up there at that straightaway 3.
And you see why you should go after him. Make him play defense. Make him try to commit that 5th foul. Otherwise, he's gonna go off. He's feeling it now. That's back-to-back 3s.
Nice pass down low to Austin Smaley, who commits the foul, or gets fouled and gets the bucket.
Give him a little flex then, Austin Smaley. Beautiful backdoor cut, contested finish, got it to go, and he's going back to the free throw line where he's found his rhythm. He's seen the ball go in on that free throw line, and now elbow jumper, backdoor layup, and 1.
That was a beautiful feed by Vicentin, too, to set up Smaley, and he can't get the free throw to go down. 1 point lead for Idaho State. Some great back and forth action here in the closing minutes of this ball game.
And you got to wonder if Ford is going to make another appearance in this game to guard Jalen Cone, because Jalen Cone kind of has it going right now. As Tamba commits the foul, an unnecessary foul that sends the Jacks to the line.
So for Tamba, that's going to be, I think, that's going to be his third foul.
And those are the unnecessary fouls that you don't need to commit. You need to have the self-control to not go after that poke away.
The first free throw goes down for Maines. Descendant's going to have a seat as Braden Parker comes back in for Idaho State. Meanwhile, Maines and Cone for the Lumberjacks remain in the game. They have 4 fouls. But Cone has had the hot hand as Maines also hits the second free throw. And NAU back up by 1.
And the Jacks are shooting a ridiculous percentage from the free throw line. They're 19 of 20, which has been the story of their offense this
1 point ball game, under 4 to go here. NAU up on top with the ball. Tout looking for some help, gets it to Cone, back to Tout. Top of the key, guarded by Parker, and Malik Porter goes over the scorer's table as he tries to save it in bounds.
Malik Porter doing his best Shaquille O'Neal impression, jumping over the scores table.
He comes up hobbling a little bit, but gets a big ovation from the crowd for the hustle.
He was hoping it was their ball too. Unfortunately, they called it out on Malik Porter, so it will be the Lumberjacks basketball with 10 on the shot clock.
If you want effort and hustle, you're going to get it from Malik Porter, and he showed it there, unfortunately, and didn't work out for the Bengals, but sure got the crowd back in it, but they're in it anyway because it's a tight ball game. Here's a 3 from NAU. Mason Stark.
Big shot, Mason Stark, and good find by Tout.
4 point ball game now, NAU up on top. Cool. Bengals work it down to Porter. Smalley trying to post up Maines, who has 4 fouls. Back to Porter. Porter up strong, gets the foul, and the bucket rolls around and goes down. A 3-point opportunity for number 3.
Porter, great finish, little floater in the air. Nice pass from Smalley. I like what Coach Looney drew up there. Get the ball to the hot hand. Smalley's been going. They try to post him up. He catches it, attracts the double team, finds a cutting Porter, and Porter elevates. Hang time, finish, beautiful. He can cut this lead down to 1.
Meanwhile, that was the 4th foul on Tout. So the Jacks have 4 players on the floor now with 4 fouls. Cone, Maines, and Tout. Free throw just rims out. Richards gets the rebound. 60-58, NAU up 3 minutes to go. And we have a whistle here. And I think it's an official's timeout, and I think they're going to check out Porter, see if he's bleeding. He took the dive over the... So he's going to check out, and Daxton Carr is coming in for him.
There's a matchup on the floor that I am very excited to see, and that is Ford against Cone. The 2 smallest guys on the court for each team. They both have 4 fouls. Ford's played well on him. Unfortunately, hasn't had all the time on him because of foul trouble.
Richards looking for Cone. He'll take the 3 at the top again. Cone nails it. 24 for him tonight. That's back
on defense. The Jacks are 5 of their last 5 on their offensive possessions. If they want a chance to win this game, they're going to have to dig their heels in and get some stops down the stretch.
Looking for a bucket here now, but it's thrown away by Ford and picked up by Tout, who gets it up. Great play by Carr to disrupt it. Bengals coming back now. And there's going to be a foul away from the ball. I think it might be on Ezekiel Richards.
Huge play by Daxton Carr to not foul Tout in that action.
So Ezekiel Richards has picked up his 4th foul. Zach Vicentin will go back to the line.
I think if you're Coach Looney, you have to see this. You have to see the foul trouble that the Jacks are in and exploit that. Attack, go at Jalen Cone. Go at him. Go at his chest. Try to draw that 5th foul, because he's the one putting this team on their back. And if you can get him out of the game, your chances get so much greater.
Richards will have a seat. In for him is Carter Mahaney, as Vicentin will get another free throw here. He makes it.
Is living from the line. 9 for 10. Big fella. Clutch in the closing moments of the game at the free throw line.
11 points for Zach Vicentin tonight. It's a 3-point game. NAU up. Just over 2 minutes to go. Cone with the ball, and we have
hard to block, even though he's only 5'11".
Lumberjacks with the ball. 2 minutes to go here. NAU with the 3-point lead. Mahaney trying to get it to Cone, but Ford's doing a good job of trying to deny him. Said they'll get over to Maines. Guarded by Carr. He'll take the deep shot with 3 on the shot clock. No good. Rebound tipped up, still up, and dragged down by Tout. He rips it out of the air for his 10th rebound of the night. Another possession here for NAU.
And Tout's one of those guys that just has the nose for the ball. Somehow is always in the right place for the ball to just fall into his lap. And he comes up big for the Jacks on that one.
Tout gets the ball underneath and gets the bucket. A great find there from Mason Stark.
No panic in Stark. Get downhill. Big man commits to you, and you pass off to your big man, and he easy finishes him.
So $1:15 left. Cool gets fouled from behind by Mason Stark. That'll be his 4th foul. And some big free throws here coming for Tarek Cool with 1:11 on the clock. Bengals down by 5.
And that's exactly what you want if you're a Bengals fan. Score while the clock isn't moving. Get some free throws without taking any time off the clock.
11 points on the night for Tarek Cool. Leaves that free throw short as it hits off the front of the iron, and he'll get another one.
I can't emphasize enough that offensive rebound by Tout. You know, he gets another possession, eats more clock off.
As Cool misses the 2nd free throw, rebound dragged down by Nick Maines. So the Bengals come up empty on that trip to the line. As we're approaching 1 minute to go, NAU with the ball and a 5-point lead.
Yeah, and they can take this thing down all the way down to about 40 seconds.
You almost feel like any kind of bucket here from the Lumberjacks might be too much to overcome. Bengals need a stop. Tapped away on the passing lane by Vicentin, but it goes right back to the Lumberjack. Maines now with a big dagger 3. 37.7 on the clock. A 5-point lead for Northern Arizona. Mason Stark, the junior from Chandler, Arizona, at the line. He increases the lead to 6. Ford pushing it for the Bengals. Spins, flips it out to Malik Porter, who goes through a couple of Lumberjacks for the bucket, and another timeout called by head coach Ryan Looney as the lead is cut down to 4.
How athletic was that? My goodness, was he in the air for about 4 seconds? I took a drink and he was still in the air.
Porter on Hoop Fest before the season began, the Idaho State Bengals had a team slam dunk contest. Porter, he didn't win it. Jackson Carr won it, but Porter had some pretty good hops on that as well. And that is 6 points now for Porter. And I believe, double checking my notes here, that last bucket for Porter gave him his 600th career point as a Bengal.
That's amazing. You know what's crazy is nowadays, back when I played, you had 1 or 2 guys that could just fly. Nowadays, every single guy you got to watch out for. You know, scouting report, don't get dunked on by this number or this number. Nowadays, whew, everybody on the team can dunk on you.
So the Bengals have made 4 of their last 4 field goal attempts to cut the lead to 4. So the Bengals trying to claw their way back. 30 seconds though, so they're going to have to play the foul game here. Full court press. It's going to be Tout to inbound. Carr in front of him.
Carr's going to look to trap right off the inbounds.
Get it to Stark. Bengals trying to foul, and finally they get called. And I think it's going to be cool about it. He looks like he wasn't trying to intentionally foul because he put up his shoulders as he gets called for the foul. But I don't know, maybe that's just a natural reaction when players get called for the foul.
Nobody ever is in the wrong. Nobody ever really fouled.
And I think Tara Cool just fouled out.
But I think you're right. I don't think the Bengals were looking to foul there. I think they were trying to get the ball out of Mason Stark's hands, get it into a poor free throw shooter's hands, and it seemed like Stark read the scouting report perfectly and held on to it, and the refs obliged.
So Cool has fouled out. A.J. Bergen in for him as Mason Stark is getting set to take some free throws. I think the Lumberjacks are trying to make a substitution. Maines is going to have a seat, and Ezekiel Richards is going to come back in. Stark's the only Lumberjack in the key for these free throws. He makes the first one. Back to a 5-point lead for NAU. Stark, 14 points tonight in 35 minutes.
Yeah, and he's been clutch. He's been clutch for the Lumberjacks. Him and Maines with that big three, and obviously the star, Jalen Cone.
Starts with his 15th point, doubling his average for the year. Bengals quickly. Bergen from the corner for three, no good. Rebound. Porter goes up strong, gets it to go down. Make that 24 for 26 as he makes them both. Closing seconds here. Ford pushing. He's going to take his shot, blocked by Lewis, but ripped away by Vicentin. 2 on the shot clock. Ford for 3. It goes in with 0.7 left. It's a 3-point ball game. Quickly in to